what's up you guys, it's Sammy, and for this week's video I was extremely inspired by Jaclyn Hill's new tag here on YouTube. It is called my Ride or Die Makeup Tag, and I just think it's a really good idea to see the different choices that people make and like having to pick between like each category in makeup. So that's what I'm going to do today. I really hope that you guys will enjoy this video. I thought it was a cool idea, and so that's why I'm making it. I really hope you guys enjoyed my last video with my sister. It was so much fun to film and edit, and I just really like having her in my videos, and you guys have seen her before, and so I really hope you guys liked that. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you guys go, and I really hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, so starting with primer, obviously, I have mentioned this in a video before. I love this way more than Benefit's Professional. I feel like in this video I'm going to bash Benefit a lot, which is funny because I do have one of their products in here, but when I talk about my foundation, you'll see why. But basically, I love this a lot more. It is drugstore, so I find that super great because it's not that expensive, and it just works really well. I'm pretty sure it's silicone based because that's at least what it feels like once it's on your skin. But I like that, and I find that it's best for keeping my makeup down and giving a smooth surface for my foundation, so I definitely love this. And then foundation, the reason why I was saying I will bash Benefit a lot, it's actually just with primer and foundation, because my foundations are like consist of three favorites, one drugstore and two high-end. The drugstore is L'Oreal's Lumi, and I've talked about that before. Like I said though, I feel like it sometimes will brighten too much and like make my acne look really bad, which is obviously not what you want to go for. And Hello Flawless is definitely one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite. My favorite is actually Too Faced Born This Way by Too Faced, and that's because this is so full coverage, and I just feel like it makes my skin feel great and it makes it look great. And I had used this for like 2 weeks, and then I went back to the Hello Flawless by Benefit, and I just felt that this worked better, so I would highly recommend this one. And if I had to choose a foundation out of all the foundations that I have, and I am one of those people who buys foundation even when I have like a full tube of this or something, because I like to try new ones, and I always find myself going back to this one, so I highly recommend this one for sure. And yeah, that's probably the only thing I would have to say about Benefits is that it's not as full coverage as this one, and I'm a person who really loves full coverage makeup, and so yeah, definitely this one. So I'm one of those people who don't really use a like powder foundation or a powder over my makeup. That's actually something that's kind of considered taboo to not do, because you're supposed to set your makeup. I'm going to show you what setting spray I love to use, because that's kind of what I go with instead of a powder, just because I don't really care for powder. I don't like the way powder looks on my face, and I don't really care for having like excess on my skin, so I don't really go into that. So we're going to go into blush, highlighter, and bronzer, and concealers, and all of that before, because I don't really use powders. Okay, so moving on to concealer. This was another, not hard one. This one was actually pretty easy. I decided it pretty fast. I went with Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind in the shade Brightening. When I chose a concealer, I went more with the brightening, like doing the under my eyes, on my forehead, and like Cupid's bow and stuff, more than like the color correcting that you guys have always seen me use. Mostly because that foundation is so full coverage that half the time I don't find myself using the correcting palette, so this is probably what I use more than that, and I just find this works really well. The only thing is you do have to set this one with a powder, but I will either use my highlighter if I'm feeling like I want a lot, or I will use my Shapes Matters palette and just use the highlighting color in there. But other than that, it is super pigmented, super brightening, and it does just exactly what you would expect it to do, but in a really great way. So I definitely love this product, and I definitely choose this one over NYX's color correcting palette. Moving on to bronzer, this was another one that I had to pick between two. I had to pick between Urban Decay's Beach Bronzer, that one's a newer one, and Hoola by Benefit. Oh, so I guess I have two products in Benefit by here, but this is kind of just a staple in my makeup collection. I've had this for probably 2 years, or I've been using this product for 2 years. I've even hit pan on it, so it's a little depressing, but I really, really love this. The only thing, or the only reason I picked this one over Beach Bronzer is because Beach Bronzer does have a little bit of a small under orange tone, so I don't really appreciate that, but I really love Beach Bronzer still, and I use it every day for school, and I use it a lot in my videos that you guys have seen. And so I don't know, I had to pick this one mostly because if I had to pick between the two, I would have to go with like Old Faithful here and go with Hoola bronzer, and I know a lot of people love this one. I'm definitely on that, and also just Benefit, you guys know. And so this just seemed like the right one to pick, and this seemed like the logical one. Like if I actually did have to pick one, this is what I would pick to repurchase and rebuy and use more often. So moving on to blush, I have Max Margin. This is the blush I used in my back to school makeup tutorial, and I hadn't really talked about blush that much before just because I'm not that big of a blush person, but I really love this one. I've had this one. This is the first blush I ever bought, and I really love it. Like I said, I'm not a big blush person because I feel like my cheeks are already kind of naturally red even through foundation and through concealer and through all of that. And so I don't want to add to that a lot of the time, but when I do, this is definitely the one I go for. So if I had to pick a blush, this would definitely be mine. Moving on to highlighter, this was a very easy one for me. And I feel like this, what I'm going to say, is kind of unexpected as far as, like, this isn't a normal highlighter that a lot of people pick. So I went with Urban Decay's Naked Illuminate in Lit. This is a recent, or more recent purchase than before. I had to consider Opal and MAC, and I had one from L'Oreal that I use, but this is just a really nice one, and here, I'll show you guys. So basically, it's more of a, like, bronzy, like, golden highlighter, which I like because I like to look more bronzed and tanned and all of that. Sometimes if you put too much on, it can look a little too brown. It looks like you kind of put, like, bronzer on, like, just your cheekbone, which you just have to, like, worry about that. But if you know how to apply it right, it's great, and I love it. I think I used it in that makeup tutorial as well that I mentioned before, and so I just really think it's a great highlighter, and I think it gives off great pigment and great shine in a really controlled, elegant way, I guess you can say. I don't know if I'm explaining this too much, but I find it really pretty and I love it, and so yeah, this is definitely the one I would pick over all of the other highlighters. Okay, so I don't really recall or remember Jaclyn Hill putting anything about eyebrow products in her video. I could be totally wrong, but I don't recall it. And so originally I wasn't going to, one, because it was really hard for me to pick what I would want, and two, because I've already done my eyebrow routine on here, so I figured why would I need it? But I'm going to do it because I did every other category, so I'm going to do eyebrows as well. Like I said, this one was pretty hard because I didn't know if I would want a pencil or a gel, or if I wanted the Maybelline Brow Drama, because that is really important because my eyebrows are curly, like I said in that video. But I ended up going with Benefit's Precisely My Brow, just because I feel like a pencil is way more important than, like, the Brow Drama, or, like, I definitely think it's way more important than, like, something like dip pomade or anything like that. So I just kind of went with this. It's a staple in my makeup collection, and so yeah, I just definitely had to go with this one. Moving on to eyes, Jaclyn Hill nailed it on the head saying that she was not a palette person, because I'm kind of in between. I have a lot of palettes, but I also have a lot of singles. So originally I was going to do a single and a palette, but I decided to just do a palette, and I'm wearing the palette today. I just recently bought this. Originally I was going to do a whole video on this palette and kind of show you guys looks and, like, my review on this palette. So if you guys want a more in-depth thing, you guys can tell me. But basically it's Tarte's In Bloom palette. I just got this and I absolutely adore it. First off, because the packaging, it's just so freaking pretty. And then if you open it, it has the gorgeous colors. And it's honestly just, like, such a good neutral palette, and it has, like, some shivers, some matte, and so I just really love it, and I could literally rave about this for like 5 minutes. So that's why I said I was gonna have a whole video, but I was going to definitely put it in this video because I've been using it so much, and it just has everything that I need in it, and so I just love it so much. And ironically enough, my eyeliner that I have, you guys have already heard about this, but the eyeliner that I'm going to go with is Tarteist, because it is probably hands down the best eyeliner I've ever had. It has both gel and it has liquid, and so I just think that's really awesome. This crap does not come off like it does for, like, when you're removing your makeup, but I mean, like, I've sweated in it through a concert. I'm pretty sure at some point I've probably cried in it. That sounds really sad, but I probably have. Honestly, it just stays throughout the day, and it's one of those eyeliners where, like, usually if I put eyeliner on, I will take it with me everywhere just in case I have to fix it. I'm okay with leaving this at home and not worrying about my eyeliner throughout the day. And that's, like, kind of the ultimate goal when you're wearing makeup. So this is definitely the one I have to pick overall. And I just love this eyeliner so much. So of course you guys probably know what mascara I'm going to go with. If not, you guys will know it as soon as I show it. It is Benefit's Their Real Mascara. This is literally the mascara I use in every video. Maybe one exception, but I honestly just think this is one of the best mascaras on the market, and I just love it, and I love the brand, and so I just really appreciate this mascara, and I've used it for probably 2 years, a year and a half maybe, and I just don't want to change, and so this is definitely hands down my pick for mascara. Alright, so in her video, Jaclyn Hill picked, I would say, like, probably 3 at least lip products. She picked a lip gloss, she picked a liquid lipstick, and I think she picked a regular matte lipstick. I am a very big lip person as far as like I like a bunch of lip products. I have not yet to get into a lot of them yet though, so this one was pretty easy for me. I was originally going to pick MAC's Whirl because that is the oldest lipstick I have and I just love it. But if I had to go with an everyday one, it is definitely Too Faced Melted in Chihuahua, and this is what the swatch looks like. It is a very pretty mauve-y pink color, and so I honestly just love this. I wear this every day to school or just whatever I'm doing, so this is what I definitely recommend, and this is definitely my ride or die lipstick. Okay, so lastly I have setting spray. The obvious choice is Urban Decay's All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray for me. This is just the sample size, but this is how, like, I've been using this for probably almost a month now, which I know doesn't sound that long, but before I was using MAC Fix Plus spray and a lot of people loved that, but as soon as I tried this, I was like, this is my new favorite, like this is what I'm going to use all the time, and so that's why it is my ride or die setting spray, and so I just really love this setting spray, and yeah, I just really recommend this one, and it was my obvious choice for this video, and so yeah. Alright, so that is the whole video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I just really liked the idea that Jaclyn Hill had, and so of course I had to jump on the bandwagon. I also thought it was cool that it was more of a talk through because originally I was like, oh, maybe I should do a makeup look with it, but you guys have seen probably actually all of these products, and so I didn't want to do a kind of a repeat, and I kind of just wanted to chat through why I love them so much instead of just showing you guys how to put them on. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before you guys go, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week with another new video.